Hello, is Terry. It is Terry back with another episode of Terry's Boruto opinion. Today I'm going to talk about Mitsuki, Orochimaru's son. As you can see here, this is him when he used Sage Mode. All this energy, this glowing energy, the horn, it's different than any other Sage Mode. This is Kabuto. He infused himself with Orochimaru's DNA, but then he learned Sage Mode from, well, this one. He found Ryochin caves, trained, and well, he passed the trials, gained an audience, and he trained under it to learn the Sage Mode that allowed him to achieve this form, as you can tell with the horns. Completely. Now I'm pretty sure his body looks like this because how he infused himself with Orochimaru's giant snake form's DNA and other people's DNA. But Mitsuki has an energy form. Now, most likely because in this picture between that I found online basically shows Mitsuki on one side, Toneri on the other. They transform, they de-transform state. You can see the energy and the color is very similar. Even the hair color and how the hair is, and somewhat facial expressions are similar. So, I personally believe at some point Orochimaru, or basic Orochimaru as he was working on his clone process, Toneri saw this and basically returned to the earth secretly and went to Orochimaru, offered him DNA of his own to give him an offspring since he doesn't feel like taking a wife. He would rather just have a clone, and his own clone child or synthetic child can find a wife of his own. So most likely Mitsuki is a child born from Orochimaru's DNA and the DNA of Toneri. That's what a lot of fan people believe in, because a lot of people find pictures like these and there's similarities between the two. So I personally think this would be an intriguing thing, but as I said in my previous episode, Mitsuki fell under the control of Ida, or been infected by him. Now, we don't know why that is. It could, but then when I think about it, it's quite easy why he fell. Because I think you have your DNA, you have to be at least, you have to be maybe 75% and higher of Otsutsuki DNA. But if Mitsuki is half Otsutsuki because of Toneri, then that means he can still be affected by Ida's ability because he's only half Otsutsuki. Because Orochimaru is human. Toneri is an Otsutsuki, and Orochimaru is human. So therefore, Mitsuki and his brother Long, any clone created with the DNA of Toneri and Orochimaru, any synthetic human hybrid clones would be affected by data because of their DNA. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, I personally believe that Toneri, I mean, when you look at the pictures, Toneri has white skin, Mochimo has white skin, and Mitsuki has white skin. Toneri has blue hair, Mitsuki has blue hair. Mochimo has yellow eyes, Mitsuki has yellow eyes. It's like a now, we do not know the type of eyes that Toneri naturally possesses. Now, in this image, we see him with eyes, but those eyes represent the Tensegon, but he only achieved that by taking Hanabi's eyes. Same thing in this picture. This picture that comes from the movie. Those eyes are Hanabi's eyes after he takes them. So, yeah. So, Mitsuki, those yellow eyes are probably from Otsuki DNA. But it's quite possible Orochimaru, like, place something in his genetics that suppress the Byakugan active gene. So it's like he has the gene there, but it's not active. Like Boruto could possess the Byakugan, but it's in which he was born with it deactive. Like when you see him Himamaru, she's able to use the Byakugan even though she has blue eyes. I mean, in originally Boruto and Himamaru were supposed to have the Byakugan, but Kishimoto forgot and it got released in the books, and he's like, ah, crud, I forgot. So it's like, yeah. So, so yeah. So basically, that's it for this episode. Shorter than normal, but I kind of created this episode at the last minute. I didn't really plan that much, so I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. Not that I think. So that's it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you want to hear more, we talk about anime, ask, send comments, and please like video if you think it's good. And if you want to hear more, like and subscribe. So to let me know. So thank you for listening in Terry's opinion.